on yourself. Well, I don't know what the speed of the wind is up here in Scotland, but it'll blow your tammy off like. I meant to stop that board from banging against the shed there. My wee vevor's it's going to land in the moon, I think. Oh, I smell burning here. Oh, it's no roasting, but it's warm. What's going on up here? I need a light on. .6 at the... Oh, stop banging door. Softs. Right, come on, he's a good blow. Oh, look at that. Come on, I've got about 160, 70 beat on this vevor 500. And you only see it power like that when it's winds like this, but I'll tell you, this wee machine can handle it. Off, on you go, whoa! 30, 35, up. This wee machine can handle as much wind as the wind throws at it. That's good stuff, that. I'm really needing to... Oops. Oh no, it's that, just gonna... I'm really needing to kind of upgrade these wires a wee bit better. But aye, this wee machine, that's over a year it's lasted. And in Scotland we get some crazy winds, and then I'm up the side of a hill here as well, so... And the wee things, it's only up about 15 feet on a temporary mast, and this has been for last year. I've got radio masts there. Telescopic, 60 feet, triangular section stuff, but I've never got round to sticking a section in the ground yet and getting this other big wind turbine up. The Oyster Breeze 1500, that'll be some machine here. That'll a couple of weeks, that'll bring my money back. But between this wee thing here, when it's windy like this, we're not getting much sunshine. It's always windy here, it's always turning, it's always making some kind of power, even 10 watts keeps the batteries going. Maybe not enough to keep stuff going, but between that and the solar, usually nearly all the year round, I've got stuff going in the house, free of charge. And it's done well, this wee machine, for what I paid for it. And I thought, well, it can either work or it can't. And in winds like this, it's good. I've never seen full power out at the 500 they claim, but I've seen about 167 and it was a good wind. It wasn't as strong as this. And I reckon if it was up, if it was another 10 feet higher and a kind of permanent mast, on a permanent mast even, it would produce a lot more. But I think maybe I need to just move it just out the garden and put it up the hill a wee bit. It would benefit a hell of a lot more. Same with the Oyster Breeze, that might happen, I don't know, see what happens this year. But definitely going to get it done. But need to go out and stop that wood banging. It's a rare wind for making free electricity. For your own use, of course. Not to pump into the grid and let them use it, because they're not paying you the money for it. You should be getting. They're giving you wallies, and then half the time their systems don't work right. Oh, this shed's moving about now. We're off to the Wizard of Oz. Because The wind out there would blow the hose off you. It's doing well tonight. But every time I come in here to make a video, he puts what kind of power we're getting. It seems to calm down. And it has a wee bit, because just before I came out there, or before I came into the shed, I went down and moved the motor, parked at the front of the house, and by the time I walked back up the lane again and in the gate and up here, the wind started kind of calming down a wee bit. It's still wild right enough, but it's not as wild as it's been. Feels as if the roof's ready to come off of the house, but well, you need to take with the good with the smooth, or the rough with the smooth, don't you? Look at that wee blast. I've got this kind of tied up in the kind of southwesterly direction. Let it swing about a bit, because sometimes you just catch a wind that barrels out it and it's not making much. So if you kind of tie it up a wee bit in the direction, most of the time the wind's coming for the south, southwest, or the west this direction, so or where I'm here, so that's where I kind of benefit most. But then there's been a few strong winds coming for the east over the past few years, and I know that through my ham radio hobby, because at one time I was constantly repairing antennas all the time. So it's got its gains and its losses living on the side of the hill. It won't get flooded out, it might get blew away, but you can't win them all, so it's a chance you take, innit? Everything's a risk, especially in this day in life. Come on, get us up to 160 here. But for a wee thing just to keep the batteries up, if you've got a big bank of batteries, I've got a bit, I can't even mind now, 1, 40, 360, 40, I've got about 600 amps battery bank. I'm needing to add more to it right enough, but it's handy when there's no solar or no much sun about. Scotland, that's just about every day. I think the summer was on Wednesday this year. But nah, it's not been that bad. It's been better right enough, but no, it's been a handy wee machine to keep the batteries just topped up. Then I could go up into the house now, stick a couple of tellies on, a few lights, fridge, freezer, my ham radios, and run away to the batteries at 600, it's maybe 700 amps, I'm not sure now. Oh, look at that, there you go. 20, 120, 121. Yeah, I can run no loads of stuff, but what I need, phone chargers and stuff like that too, you know what I mean? 130, come on, oh, we're getting there. Oh, listening to that, that's a real howl. If I tied that up into the direction and kind of held it, that would be giving me at least, I reckon, about 250 watts now, because it's getting blew out it too quick. Off. I think I better get out of this shed before I get blew away. And see, for the gusts of wind now, I'm not getting much power, because it's blowing the turbine out of direction altogether and slowing it down again, so I could be doing me tying it up in the direction a wee bit more for a bit more power. I might do that. Might pause the video and Aye, that's I'm going to go into it. In fact, I don't know, maybe there's not going to be a break in this wind here. It's getting quite heavy, but that's good. It's keeping the battery up anyway. As long as it's keeping that battery up 13, 14 volts, doesn't it need to be constant. A wee break coming, I think. Right, I'm going to pause this and go out and set this in the direction a wee bit more and see what happens, because it's getting swung about quite a wee bit. 127 that time. Look, we've not got much to beat, but we'll see what we can do in a minute. Un momento, mi amigos and amigas.